Oh, hi there. Welcome to this short introductory video about online bridge, in particular the program Bridge Base Online, which is one of a number of online bridge programs that you can find on the internet, which would allow us to play bridge without being physically present at a bridge club. We're going to be assuming that you know how to use a mouse and you can type with your two fingers, and that's about all the computer knowledge you really need to know. So don't be afraid. I'm sure we can make it. What we need to do is basically open up our computer and go to a browser of Chrome or Safari or Firefox and get into the Bridge Base Online website. So Bridge Base is B-R-I-D-G-E-B-A-S-E, one word. Bridgebase.com will be fine. Let's type that in. And you'll see here, Bridge Base Online, play Bridge Online. Great stuff. Open it up, and it comes into the main login screen. Now, there are lots of things we can do, and sometimes it's an advantage to have an account with Bridge Base Online, which is free, but we won't worry about that at the moment. So let's just go on and start playing bridge. Now, because this is a no fear type situation, we're not going to be having any people to play with. We'll just be playing against the computer. So there's no need to worry about taking your time or how slow you are, or if you make mistakes, there's going to be no one to criticize you. So you can really play on your own terms. Now, one good way of getting some bridge experience in is on the bottom here, there's something called match points play. So look, that's very similar to the sort of hands that you'll have at a local bridge club. So we'll click on play. And after a while, it comes up with the first hand we will be playing there and then. Nothing to it. A couple of things to note. First of all, up on the left-hand side, you'll see that we're playing anonymously. So we haven't set up an account yet in Bridge Base Online. Secondly, you'll see that you are south, and both your partner, who's a robot, and your opponents are robots. We're playing match point scoring, which is the sort of scoring you have at a local bridge club, and we've just started, so both north, south, and east, west started off with 50%. We're on board one here on the left-hand side, and up the top north is dealer, and both north, south, and east, west are white, not red, so nobody's vulnerable. And you'll see here that north has opened one heart and east has passed. Now, one heart's pretty obvious what that means, but clearly sometimes you might need to know exactly what a bid means. And so if you click on a bid that has already been made, like I'll click on one heart, it'll come up with a description. It says, major suit opening, 5 or more hearts, 11 or 21 high card points, 12, 22 total points, including distribution. That sounds fine. So east has passed and it's up to your bid. Now you can either pass or bid a spade here, I suppose. So let's say you're a bit of a wimp and you pass. Oh, so the bidding has passed out. And normally, of course, what would happen is that your partner would be declarer and you would be dummy. But there's not much point playing bridge online when you're just the dummy. So on this particular occasion, you're swapped around, and so therefore you now are in the north seat. But the contract, of course, is still one heart. Now, east has made the opening lead and has made the lead of the jack of clubs. And as declarer, you get to control the dummy, and dummy can play whatever card they like. So you can take stock of the situation. So what we'll do now is just play a card, and you'll see that, for instance, as a spade is led, if you try to play, for instance, a heart, it won't allow you to do so because you've got a spade in your hand. So BBO is quite good because it won't allow you to revoke or leave out a turn. So you need to play a spade. You can play any one. And now it's up to you, and you'll play the ace of spades. You'll see here now on the left-hand side that you've won one trick and East-West have won no tricks. And your hand is highlighted in yellow because it's your turn to lead. So you might lead, for instance, the ace of hearts. And you might then want to give away a heart. So up to you, lead again, so you know to play up the hearts. All right, okay, there you go. It's a pretty horrible heartbreak. There you go. Now we're not going to give this too much thought because the idea is just to see how we play the hand, hand in BBO. So let's go to you'll note as the game progresses, the number of tricks kept won by both sides increases. So at the moment, we've won 7 tricks and they've won 2. They've now won 3. Right, there we go. So at the end of the hand, North-South won 8 tricks, East-West won 5. Now the hand has moved on to trick 2, but before we start looking at trick 2, we might have a look at what's happened in trick 1. And you'll see here that trick 1, 1 heart making 8 tricks, giving us 110 points. And we got a score of 23% for that. The opposition got 77% approximately. You can see why that might be so, because you can go to the other tables up here. You click on the other tables. You'll see that we're 1 heart making 2 extra tricks, 1 heart making 1 extra trick. No trumps going down. So there are the scores. And then if you look at how the way actually our hand was played, you can see here the bidding, just 1 heart all passed out. You can see that the opening lead was made by the yellow hand, the robot hand east. And if you go down here onto next trick, you can see how each card was played throughout the hand. So the jack of spades was led and came up to the ace of spades. And then go to the next trick, the ace of hearts was led. Very good. And so on. Now we move back to trick 2, hand 2. And you see the running score is up here. So North-South has got 21.4%, East-West 78.6%. This time north-south are vulnerable, east-west is not vulnerable, and east is the dealer, and east has opened 1 heart, and there's nothing there, 5 hearts, opening values, so south is going to pass. And really you're not going to say very much at all, are you? So that's that hand. Now that's not a very exciting hand, is it? So what we might do is we can come over here and re-deal a hand. There. That gives us a more interesting hand, doesn't it? There we go. So east has opened 1 club, and this is your hand. So you're just going to bid. You see the amount, the 1 club opening, so you know that the club has got 3 or more clubs, and you're going to bid. You can bid anything you like, any legal call, but clearly you'll probably bid 1 spade. You can have a look here and hover over the bid, and I'll tell you what it means. 1 level over call, 5 or more spades, 8 to 17 high card points, 9 to 19 total points. That looks pretty good to me. So overcall, so you actually click on the bid rather than just hovering over it. And you see your partner has taken you up to 4 spades. It's back to you, and you have no particular reason. Actually on here, you might think actually this is a hand worth looking for a slam. Your partner, you've only promised 6 or more points. Your partner's taking you up to 4 spades, so your partner's got 19, 20 points or more. You've got 16 points or more, so perhaps you might like to bid some sort of can't slam try. So you'll see what you bid 4 no trumps. The partner comes back with 5 no trumps. Now, of course, depending upon what form of blackwood you play, different people will play that differently. So what you can do is click on the 5 no trump bid, and it says, oh, by Joe's, even number of key plaids and some void. That's getting pretty tricky. So they've either got no key cards, or 2 key cards, or 4 key cards. So obviously you must have 2 key cards and a void somewhere. But only 6 to 12 total points, so that's a bit odd there. Look, let's just try to keep it simple. Let's just bid 6 spades. There we go. Well, that's rather fortunate for you. You can see that partner took you to 4 spades, even though they had only 9 high card points because of the big spade fit and void. So anyway, look, as you can see here, it's time for North's hand to be played, and you'll just play a little 2, win with the ace, and you'll play king spades. So all the spades are out, so what you'll simply now do is just get out the ace of hearts. Now, you'll see how at this point in the stage, you've won 5 tricks, got position and won 1. All the hearts are out now. So actually these are winning hearts, but so we can now situation that we've got we can claim the rest of the tricks, can't we now? So we can continue up playing in the hand, but we can claim at some stage. Let's just make it a little bit simple. At the moment, story is this, that we're going to play the heart. And now it's quite clear that we're going to win the rest of the tricks. So what we can do, rather than continuing out until playing until the 13 cards are played, we can now make a claim. So over here on the left-hand side, we claim, and we're going to go to claim 4 more tricks. By default, the program will make you claim all the remaining outstanding cards, but of course on occasions you might say, look, you'll claim all the rest apart from one, in which case you would, for instance, claim 3 tricks. But here you've got to claim 4 tricks, and so you've got to claim. And basically what would happen is that if you're playing against real people, a pop-up screen would appear on their screen saying, look, their opponent is going to claiming or conceding a certain number of tricks, and they either accept or they don't. Here, the claim is valid, the computer accepts it, and then you've moved on to the next hand. So you can have a look at back at my table, and you can see here that 6 spades by South gave us a score of 1430, which gives us an excellent score actually, because at other tables, people were basically in just 4 spades. Most people made 12 tricks, some made a bit less. Anyway, there you go. And you'll see here that after, back in my table, you'll see at the moment, for match points, we've got 61.7%, or 30 in opposition, 38%. There's a slight difference between here and there. Don't quite know why, but there you go. And we now move on to board 3. So let's just have a look at your hand. You'll open 1 no trump. Now, when you open 1 no trump, yeah, there you go, 3 no trumps, off we go. You're just going to pass. So we can just keep on playing now until we basically sick and tired of BBO and want to move on to something else. So let's just go back now. So if we go back up the top left and it says, please confirm, do you wish to leave this table? The answer is yes. And we want to go back yet further, back to the main screen. And we now want to go into setting up our account. Of course, having an account has some advantages. So let's go back to the main screen here of Play Bridge Now and click on that. Now you'll see here, it comes up with my username and password, because obviously I've got an account. But if you don't have an account, then that would be blank. So let's just blank that out and blank out the password. And we want to become a member of BBO. So we come down here, become a member. This screen pops up. We've now got basically 4 things we need to put in: a username, password, confirm password, and email address. So username is anything you name, want to know. For instance, my username is pbreak, but you can either put down your name or an abbreviation of your name or something entirely artificial like, you know, ABC123 or something. What you need to watch out for is that many usernames are already taken out. So, for instance, if I put down bridge 01, it says the name is unavailable. And by the way, so we need to pick a name which is going to be available. Now, just for the sake of this exercise, I'll put down help 4521. Help 4521 is available. Password can be any 10 characters. You need to put down your password, confirm it again, and an email address. Now, just one quick thing. Your username is not case sensitive, so you can have capitals or lower cases, doesn't make any difference. But you do need to watch out for things like spaces between two words, and be wary of things like, for instance, zeros and O's and ones and I's and L's, etc. Because when people are typing in your BBO name, sometimes you would have put down a 0 and they think it's an O. So I tend to try to avoid those things in my usernames. Now, over here on the right-hand side, you've got things you can put in as a matter of options. Optionally, you can put in your real name. I do. I think it's a good idea. People want to know who I am on BBO. That's fine by me. Otherwise, just put down your first name and then nothing else, or Paul the cat or something, whatever. ACBL number is for people in America who are members of the American Contract Bridge League. In Australia, we don't need that, so just leave that blank. Other is sometimes a good place to put down a very short description of your bidding system. So like, for instance, it might be standard American, better minor, to diamonds, hearts, spades, weak, two clubs, strong, low, encourage, attitude, and scar. So somebody needs to have a very quick look at your profile to see whether or not things, without looking at your convention card, which we'll talk about later, they can just see some sort of basic idea. Skill level, self-select, so you can put down what you like. Intermediate would be somebody who is a general sort of club player. I've been playing for a few years, gets sort of 50% or something like that in most club games. Let's say that you're intermediate and you're from a country of Australia. You need to put down your password, so let's just put down help. Email address. So you can see I agree to the terms of service. Yeah. Now this register button, which was previously fairly sort of faded, now comes to life, because you'll see here that the username is available and all of these things are filled in and you've agreed to the terms of service. So if you press register, then a new BBO name would be created. And all that would happen next would be an email would be sent to your inbox in your email account, and you would just then click on the accept button or whatever, and you then have an email account. But of course, I'm not going to set up an email account because I've already got one. So that's how you become accept your BBO account. Well, that's it for this lesson. The next lesson we'll talk about actually how to play with humans. Thank you very much. See you later. We just need to find how to stop the recording.